Let us begin by becoming still. Let us allow the noise of yesterday to fall away and the weight of what is not yet here to rest for a moment beyond our reach. Here, now, in this quiet beginning, we turn our attention inward and upward and outward again toward that which holds all things together. We come with open hands and quiet hearts. We are grateful this morning for the gift of breath, for the rise and fall of our chests, for the simple and steady miracle of being alive in this moment. We give thanks for the light that greets us, however it comes, for the air we breathe without asking, for the ground beneath us that holds us steady. We are grateful for the people we will see today, for those we love and those we have yet to understand, for the small exchanges that make up the fabric of our days. We pause to acknowledge the gift of another morning, another beginning, another chance to meet the world with gentleness and attention. We come before you aware of our need, aware of how much we do not control, aware of how easily we can lose our way. We ask this morning for the grace to see ourselves clearly, without harshness and without illusion. Help us to notice the places within us that are tender, the places that carry old hurts or quiet fears, the places where we have learned to protect ourselves by closing off. Give us the courage to be honest about who we are, not in shame, but in the humble recognition that we are always becoming, always learning, always in need of mercy. We know that we carry patterns we did not choose, wounds we did not ask for, habits that formed long before we had the words to name them. We ask for patience with ourselves as we continue to grow, to heal, to soften where we have become hard, to open where we have learned to hide. Help us to meet ourselves with the same kindness we long to offer others. We ask for the wisdom to see where we have been unkind, where we have been careless, where we have let fear speak louder than love. We do not ask to be perfect, but we do ask to be willing, willing to notice, willing to turn back toward what is good and true, willing to try again. We hold before you this morning all the places where we feel stuck, where we cannot seem to move forward, where the same struggles return again and again. We do not always understand why change comes so slowly, why the lessons we thought we learned must be learned again, why we stumble over the same stones. But we trust that even in our slowness, even in our returning to the same ground, something is at work that we cannot always see. Give us the grace to be patient with the pace of our own unfolding. We bring before you this morning the people we find difficult, the ones who frustrate us, the ones whose presence makes us defensive or small. Help us to see them, truly see them, as whole and complicated and struggling in their own ways. Help us to remember that we do not know the full story of anyone's life, that what we see on the surface is only a fraction of what is real. Soften our judgments, quiet our certainty, and give us the humility to recognize how often we, too, are misunderstood. We ask for the strength to respond with kindness even when we do not feel like it, to offer patience even when it is not returned, to choose gentleness when everything in us wants to close off or strike back. Help us to see that our peace does not depend on others behaving the way we wish they would. Teach us the quiet power of letting go, of releasing the need to be right, the need to control, the need to have the last word. We ask this morning for clarity in our choices, for the ability to discern what is ours to carry and what is not. Help us to know the difference between responsibility and burden, between care and control. between helping and rescuing. Give us the courage to say no when no is the truest answer, and the openness to say yes when fear would have us retreat. Guide us toward what is life-giving, toward what draws out the best in us, toward what serves not only our own flourishing, but the flourishing of those around us. We ask for the grace to be present today, to be here, fully here, in the small and ordinary moments that make up a life. Help us to notice the warmth of water on our hands, the taste of food, the sound of a voice, the feeling of our feet on the ground. Teach us that nothing is too small to hold our attention, that the sacred is not only in the extraordinary, but in the steady, repeated rhythms of daily life. We confess that we are so often elsewhere, lost in worry about what might happen, or replaying what has already passed, or numbing ourselves to avoid feeling what is here. Bring us back again and again to this moment, to this breath, to this one irreplaceable now. We hold before you this morning all those who are struggling, those who woke in pain, those who face this day with dread or sorrow or exhaustion. We ask that they would know somehow that they are not alone, that they are seen, that their struggle matters. We ask for comfort for those who grieve, for strength for those who are weary, for hope for those who cannot see a way forward. Use us, if we can be of use, to bring even the smallest measure of relief, the smallest gesture of care, the smallest reminder that love is real. We ask for open eyes today, for the ability to notice where we are needed, where a kind word or a moment of attention might make a difference. Help us not to pass by too quickly, not to be so absorbed in our own concerns that we miss the quiet invitations to connect, to help, to be present. Give us generous hearts, not in grand gestures, but in the small and steady ways we show up for one another. We ask for the grace to forgive, to release the resentments we have held, to let go of the ways we have been hurt. We know that holding on to anger only weighs us down, that bitterness only poisons our own peace. Help us to forgive, not because what happened was acceptable, but because we do not want to carry it any longer. Give us the courage to forgive ourselves, too, for the ways we have failed, for the harm we have caused, for the opportunities we have missed. Help us to accept that we are human, that we will make mistakes, and that grace is always available, always enough. We ask this morning for trust, for the ability to rest in what we cannot see or prove or control. Help us to remember that we are held, that we are guided, that we do not have to have all the answers or manage every outcome. Teach us the peace that comes from releasing our grip, from acknowledging that we are not the center, that there is a larger movement at work, a deeper intelligence, a wider love. Give us the courage to walk forward even when the path is unclear, trusting that the next step will be revealed, that we will be given what we need when we need it. We are grateful for this day, for the gift of time, for the possibility that lives in every beginning. We do not know what will come, but we trust that we will not face it alone. We ask for your presence to go with us, to steady us, to remind us of what is true when we forget. Help us to live this day with intention, with kindness, with courage, with grace. Help us to be gentle with ourselves and with others, to choose love over fear, to choose presence over distraction, to choose connection over isolation. May we walk through this day with quiet confidence, not in our own strength, but in the strength that is always available to us. May we be instruments of peace, bearers of hope, vessels of love. May we rest tonight, knowing that we have done our best, that we have shown up, that we have tried, and may we wake tomorrow, ready to begin again. We offer this prayer with grateful hearts, trusting in the goodness that surrounds us, the love that upholds us, and the grace that will carry us through. Amen.